Hi everyone. I think this is episode 5. I took a break because I was away for the week, and we got back a couple days ago. What's today? Sunday? Yeah, we got back Friday. And we had a great time and saw beautiful beaches and did some exploring, and it was fun. I mean, pretty much the reason we went is to see if we possibly are going to move to the island next year sometime. So it was kind of a little bit of checking out neighborhoods and stuff like that. But we went to Tofino. If you ever get a chance to go to Vancouver Island, Tofino is so beautiful. We stayed on Long Beach, and yeah, the waves were fantastic. And you know, it's funny because Canada's not really a place that people think of when they say surfing, because most people think that Canada is super cold and we have crappy weather and stuff. But if you've ever been to the west coast of Canada, in British Columbia, I'm pretty far south. At the moment, I'm about 20 minutes from the border to Washington. And so we have really good weather here, generally speaking. Is it colder than some places in the United States? Of course, but it's not as what people assume. Anyway, they surf a lot in Tofino. And we saw so many people in the water having a grand old time. Not something I ever wanted to do myself, personally. But, yeah, it was fun. Anyway, today, I have such a headache, you guys. I think I'm either coming down with something, or it's getting over the change in elevation. It's pretty mountainous on the island, especially when you're going from one end to almost the other. And you go up and down elevations. I think at one point the Malahat Highway goes up to, I don't know, it's over 1,100 feet for you Americans, and 350, I believe it said, 350 meters for us, which is pretty high, and you're going up and down, so I don't do well with elevation, so I don't know if that's the case, but I'm crafting to take my mind off it. And I thought, you know, I wasn't going to film any more of this particular signature because I've been working on it for so long. But I thought, since I was away for so long, that I might as well. So I hope you enjoy this episode. I've had wonderful comments on the others. Honestly, surprised. Because it's just me crafting away. And yeah. So what I'm doing here is I'm still layering on the flips. And I decided that I wanted to use up some of this, what can I call it? Well, the cutouts that I've done. Some of them, I guess, I wasn't super thrilled with them. And others I had no clue. It was good I had a break, really, because it just sort of energized me a little bit more to come back and start working on it a little bit more. Now, I think I'm going to end up putting, you know, something like that in there. But it might not be enough. Let's see if I can squeeze some more glue in there before it dries too hard. Let's take that out. And I'm just going to come out farther to make it closer to the other piece. I don't know if it'll work. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We'll see. Really love this cutout. It's real pretty. First time I've used it as it was intended. Usually I use it as a full piece. I don't bend this back like that generally. But I thought I'd do something different, so I did. Yeah, I'm not sure that's going to work, but we'll let it dry and see what happens. I mean, I kind of wanted a tuck spot, but it might work. I don't want to put it in there now in case I glue it right in there. Okay, so this I decided to do something a little different. I have a lot of these Jelly Roll pens, you know, and I write them out, like color them out, so that you can just take a look and see, yeah, what color is going to work for you. And of course I always forget that I have these because I have loads and loads of pens, and I usually stick with this one because I like the sparkle. But I did do the edge in a color, and I used 519, this one here. Let's see if I can find that again. So it is a Jelly Roll, yeah, Sakura, and it's oh no, that's not it. This one's 719. This is Red Star. Oh, maybe it's this one. Nope, is it? Yeah, it's this one. So you can see that, you know, don't go by the cap at all, not even close, right? That's why I color them out. But it's a really pretty rose color. Anyway, I put that on around the edge, and it wasn't shimmery enough for me, so then I just did a line of that particular one. And okay, so I need to put this back on here and see if that works for me. Let's get rid of the Jelly Roll pens. I just don't like a whole bunch of stuff on my desk. And I'm getting a little bit crowded again. You know what? This needs some sparkle, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Just going to go around the edge here. So, like I was saying, if you ever get a chance to go to Vancouver Island and you're up by Nanaimo, and about 15-20 minutes outside of Nanaimo is Coombs, and they have this really funky place you can go to. It's called Goats on a Roof. They've been there forever. I'm not sure it's the original owners anymore, because I think it actually opened in like the 50s. So I'm not dead certain it's a family that still owns it, but they've just grown and grown. They've gone from selling stuff on the side of the highway to opening these stores. And the way he built his store was he put sod on the roof. And then they said to themselves, maybe we should put some goats on the roof. So they did. And I'm telling you, it's the coolest thing. You drive by, and you get out, and you look up, and there's goats on the roof of this building. Super famous place. Like I said, been there forever. And I've driven by it many times, but never actually gone in. So this time, I said to Ken, you know, let's stop and go inside. It was raining. It wasn't a very nice day, but we did it anyway. Well, they got really neat things, and they have a beautiful deli in there, and they have all kinds of gift items, and it's a really neat place. I definitely want to go back and spend a little bit more time there. Like I say, it was raining, so I didn't really feel like getting soaked. There's several buildings which I didn't know. and they're all in the same block, so yeah, we checked out some of them. But neat place to go, especially in the summertime. They've got ice cream shops and yeah, neat stuff there. So like I said, we had fun. It was a lot of driving for my husband. I did started out driving, and then it's a very windy road getting to Tofino, and it was raining. And years ago, my son and I, when he was little, we were in a car accident. Single vehicle, like I didn't hit another car. That's why I had the accident, because I was avoiding the other car. But we slammed into a pole. And we weren't injured, fortunately, but I was very traumatized by it. And I still do not like to drive in the rain. I'm better if I'm actually the one driving in the rain, but I'm a terrible, terrible passenger. But, you know, my husband said, "Do you want to take a break?" And I was feeling a little tense, so I said, "Yeah, sure," thinking that it would be, you know, worse with him driving, but it actually wasn't. It was good. He was very careful and drove slow because he knows I don't do well. So that went good. And once we got there, it was like totally worth the drive. It's so beautiful there. Okay, so I think I have finished this flip out. So that's the one side, and now I'm working towards the back. So this needs a little something, right? I've already gone over it with a little dark pink, so I think I'm going to get that other pen again. Maybe I should just leave it out for now, because I might go back and forth with it. Oh, what's that one? Oh, that must be the silver one. Okay. 519, there we go. Yeah, I just want this to show a little bit more as being the opening. And having a little shimmer. Wow, I feel like my head's just going to pop right off the top of my head. I think it's a sinus thing going on. I thought possibly it was caffeine related, but nope, because I've had my 2 cups of coffee. I just realized, you know, I don't know, I was watching something the other day, and it reminded me that I have not been sick in a long time. So maybe I'm due. I think it was just, you know, we went to 3 different places to stay. And, you know, when you're only there a day or two, you never get used to the bed, right? And I definitely have back problems. So the first night we were in Tofino, beautiful place we stayed in, but the bed was a bit soft, and if any of you have back problems, you know, sleeping on a soft bed's not a good idea. Anyway, we were only there for overnight because it's a really expensive place. And it was a gift for my husband from a co-worker because my husband retired, like I told you guys. And that was one of the things he got as a gift, was a night in Tofino. So since we were already going there, we stayed a night. And then we drove down to Victoria, which is about a 4-hour drive from there. And we stayed in Victoria for a couple of days, couple nights. Had some great food, and the weather was perfect. We got some amazing photos of the harbor. We always stay at the harbor. You see the seaplanes coming in, and the ferry from Seattle comes in there. I'm going to take that one day with my husband. I like Seattle to visit, but I hate driving down there. The traffic is like brutal. So we thought it'd be kind of fun to take the ferry, because we stay downtown anyway. You don't need a car. And then, what else did we do? Yeah, I guess mostly we just walked around there. We got some beautiful sunset pictures. And then we left and drove up to Nanaimo, which is about an hour and a half away. And that's the place that we're thinking of moving. So, in a roundabout way, we got there. And then I had a realtor has been sending me addresses, and even though we don't want to move right away, it gives you an idea of neighborhoods. So basically, it took the GPS and just punched in addresses, and we drove around there looking at places. Got some beautiful homes there. And it's got a gorgeous harbor, wonderful seawall. Well, I guess they call it a seawall. If you've been to Vancouver and you've been to Stanley Park seawall, yeah, the one in Nanaimo is nothing like it. It's more, lots of sailboats and stuff harbored there, so, and that's where the seaplane comes in, so you can take tours if you want. Personally, you're never going to get me on a plane that size. I think that's good. I guess I should I'll just heat set it a little. Okay, so that's done. Then this one I did so that, am I even on camera? I haven't been looking up, sorry guys. I put a little dragonfly here. I think he needs some sparkle on his wings though, because dragonflies are very sparkly in the sun. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of wing sparkle. Yeah, so I guess this is probably, people were saying that they appreciate these videos because it gives them an idea of what kind of work goes into this. It's funny, I mean, yeah, it's work, but it doesn't feel like work to me because I love doing this. But I did this one as a flip down, so... And this one I glued right flat because the pocket is actually at the back, so you'll be able to put something there. I actually will put something in there, I just haven't decided what. This one I need to ink. This is a cute card, and I was going to use this, but I'm thinking that I want to use a tag because the tag is already inked. So when it shows through, it just shows through as a pattern. And then I need a little something there. Let's see, what have I got? I bought some ribbon. I finally found some pale pink ribbon. I wanted some satin stuff. The stuff I'm using for the edge is good, but I didn't want that for decoration. I needed something a little more solid. Okay. What did I do with all that stuff? I just had a bunch of... Did I bury them? Or did I already use them all? Oh, here they are. I did bury them. So, that can go in there. It's a little long. Let's see. Is that the same length? No, that's shorter. Yeah, I could do that. And when I do stuff like that, I like to put a little tab on them so that you're aware that it's in there. This one's already nicely inked, and it's cute because it shows the little girl. So maybe I don't need to put a tab on that because you can see the little girl there. So you'll know to pull it. Okay, so that flip, I believe, is done. I just have to put a little crinkle on there. Oh, and I broke out my new glue. Here it is. Now, I got this at the P&E. This glue is amazing. It works immediately. And the demo was kind of cool at the P&E, which is Pacific National Exhibition in Vancouver. And he had 2 rubber tubes cut in half. He put a little bit of glue on it, stuck them together, and then immediately handed one end to me and one end to this other woman who was standing watching the demo. And he said, pull as hard as you can. And I could not break them apart. I thought, okay, that glue is for me. And if you keep it in the fridge, it won't dry out like Gorilla Glue or what's the other one? You know the other one. The hard hat. Hard hat glue. I don't know if you guys remember that commercial, but they used to... What was the name of the glue? I can hear you guys sort of telling me what it is, but anyway, you know the glue. And they stick a little glue on his hard hat, and then they glue the hard hat to a metal beam. And he's hanging there. It's an old commercial. Okay. Now, like I said before, I included these in the kit because they're plain, and then you can stamp them or you can journal write on them if you want. I just thought it'd be kind of nice to have some plain ones there. Okay, so that's done. And now I think I'm going to be working on the last one. Oh yeah, I didn't ink this. I think I want to round the corners of that. Because it's very thick paper. And sometimes it'll poke through things, so I'm back to using the worn lipstick. I wanted a little punch of color. Some of the pieces are pretty pale. It's just a light, you know, I'm not doing major grungy edges. I think this book is turning into something extremely feminine. So hopefully it'll appeal to somebody. Now I need a piece of this. I might end up having to go back to the store and get a bit more of it. I don't know if I've got enough for the next signature, but we'll see. So I don't know how much filming I'm going to get done this month. I have to go to get a crown put in. I don't expect I'll be wanting to talk after that. And if you've ever had a crown, then you know that it's 2 appointments. One to get the mold, and then they put a temporary crown on your tooth. And then the next one, you go back, and when your tooth is, your cap thing is made, Then you have to get the old one taken out, or the temporary one taken out, and the new one put back in. So there's 2 appointments for that. Then I'm going back to the island this month, overnight, with my mother-in-law, so that I can show her the neighborhood in Nanaimo. And my girlfriend, Vintage Moss, is going to be showing us around, because that's where she lives. And as our mother is moving with us, if we decide that we're moving. So that'll be happening this month. And then there's something else. I can't remember what it is. Oh, I'm going to a really old movie at the theater, and friends of mine, they do a bunch of, I don't know, like outings, right? And they've been married a long time like me, but they've never had children, so they do a lot of entertaining. And they have this movie night. So they rent the theater. It's an old theater in downtown Vancouver, and they're renting it out, and a whole bunch of us are going to be there. And it's the Manchurian Candidate, and it's the original. I think it's Frank Sinatra's in it. So that'll be fun, and it includes, it's an afternoon thing, and so it'll include lunch and drinks, and yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. This is my first one, but my girlfriend goes, my best friend, she goes all the time to their little things that they do. They'll do movie nights, they'll do skating, they'll do a bunch of things, right? So I thought that would be rather fun. And so I'm looking forward to that. Okay, here's the last flip. I think I'm just going to put this in first. Let's get rid of that. Oops, it's tangled up. I don't know if I just made it worse. Okay then. There we go. I'm kind of one of those people who likes undoing knots. I don't know, that's weird, right? Okay. That. I feel like I'm getting a cold, you guys. I hope not. I hate being sick. Of course, who likes being sick? That's kind of a stupid thing to say. So I've had some suggestions for other kits that I could design. I'm not going to be designing anything for a while because I'm so far behind in making books to go with the kits I already have designed. So I need to concentrate on getting those done first. Not sure which one I'm going to make after this one, provided this one ever gets finished. Okay, that's done. And that's done. I wonder if I should put a little trim on that. Let's see. Nah, it's overkill. I think I'll leave it. Yeah. I think I might have to make some more butterflies. I mean, this is only the first signature. Haha. Okay, now, I really want to use this one. And I think I might put it like that. And then it does need, that does need trim. And what can I use? Nope. What did I do with that piece of ribbon? There it is. Yeah, that's probably good. Simple. You know what? I think I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this one maybe. I got these at Michael's. In Canada, they're 89 cents a roll. You get 10 yards. Doesn't, I guess because it's from the States, it doesn't have, oh, it does have. No, this one's 6 yards. I guess the skinny one is 10. So it's 5.5, about 5.5 meters. And this one is 9 meters, 10 yards. Yeah. Simple. Of course, I didn't just buy this color. I don't get to Michael's very often. They're super expensive here. Like, yeah. Their regular ribbon is like $6 for a roll. It's crazy expensive. So I know you can do the coupon, but really for one roll of ribbon, yeah. I just go to my local craft store. She's a lot cheaper. But like I said, she did not have this kind of ribbon. I really wanted satin ribbon. Okay. And I just want the loops to be above paper. Don't like the way that went on this end, so I'll cut that end off. Alright, now let's move this. So that'll work because I've got a bit of an edge for the crease there. Okay. Let's do it this way. All right. That's all I'm going to do on that. But on this side, let me think. Oh, by the way, I designed these before I left. So they come 2 on a sheet, the same print. And I made them as I wanted note paper. So you can fold them up like a little letter if you want, or you can just fold them in half. You do whatever you want. Cut them out, make flips, do whatever. They are in the free section of the store. So the store's linked in the bottom, it always is. And just type in free. Bunch of stuff will come up. What do I want to do here, you guys? I did want to use this as a little tuck area, but I don't want to waste my journaling area. So, oh, that's a big card. I have, well, this was a cutoff. Ooh, I just had an idea. Okay, I have to cut this though because there's a white strip on this side. So I've started my husband on purging. I don't know if you ladies out there have ever tried to get your husband to do that. Not easy. But he had come home with a bunch of stuff from work that needed shredding and, you know, that kind of deal. And I said, well, if we move, we have to do it. If we don't move, we still have to do it. So let's just do it, right? And he's got a beautiful, like an L-shaped desk that used to be in this room. And then I kind of confiscated the room. So it went downstairs. And it seems to be a catch-all for everything. And yesterday I said to him, okay, I'm going to clean that desk. Well, of course, immediately he got up because when I say clean, I mean throw everything out. That's pretty much how I roll. And so he got up and he's helping me clean the desk, and I couldn't believe the stuff that was in there that has been in there for, oh, I don't even know how long. A really long time. And so that made me feel good though, because, you know, I can't stand clutter. It just drives me insane. And he really needed to get on it, but he procrastinates, you know. And his deal was, well, I just retired. I said, that's 3 weeks ago now you've retired. He goes, no, the week we were away doesn't count. So I had to laugh over that one. He's pretty funny. I said, no, it really needs doing, so let's get it done, you know. Anyway, he did it, so I was happy. We got that done. So now, of course, I've got more junk in the house because I have so much stuff that we have to wait, you know, to take it all at one go to the recycle place and that kind of thing. But I'm on my way to getting my house in better shape, which thrills me beyond belief. I'm not a pack rat. I've never been a pack rat. You know, and I've got one of those husbands that's like, well, that's good for something. I'm like, yeah, for somebody else, but not for me. So it was funny. We have this little banter going on back and forth. Okay, now is that right side? That's right side up. I like mixing different designs together, you know. It keeps it interesting. This is also Martha Stewart, but I have no idea what this one is called. I've had it for a really long time. It's quite a pretty edge punch. Don't get to use it much, but you can see that it, you know, it's not super flimsy. That's one of the reasons I like it. And I'm not sure if it's a punch round. I don't have a corner that's like this, so I couldn't tell you if it is. At least I don't think I do. I might, who knows. Alright, I want the darker ink. Because that just looks really pretty. So this will give a little interest and give you more options for journaling on. I don't like taking away options. I add them wherever I can because, I mean, the whole idea of a journal is to journal. I actually had somebody ask me that. What do you use them for? Yeah, journaling. So I'm going to sign off pretty soon. I have not eaten today. What time is it? Oh, 10:30 in the morning. And I haven't eaten, so I'm hoping that by eating, maybe my headache will lessen. Okay. Now, what I wanted to do with this is layer this. I think I want it that way. So I want this one in line with that, and that one in line with that. So I think what I'll do is just glue this part first. I don't need a thick glue strip there. Should do. And then line it up, edge there. Make sure that's on the edge. Okay. And then do this one. So that'll flip up and then that'll flip up. And probably needs a little ribbon too, don't you think? Oh, that's rather pretty. And it won't interfere either, provided I glue it correctly. Okay. All right. I'm actually going to run the glue on this. Okay, I think I like that. Now, how did I have this? Yes, I had this over this one. Okay. And so this is a pocket. And what did I do with that? I'll probably put something different in here, but although that does look pretty. Now let's turn that at the same time and give it a bend. There we go. Okay. Whoa, for a second there I thought that I did it backwards. Or did I? No, that's right side up. So why was that not done? Okay, I'm a little confused here. I thought I did all the fronts. Oh, that's weird. That's two. And that's a pocket. That works. That needs another one. Needs something else in there. Huh. Oh, I know why. Haha. Because it went like that. That's why. Okay. Boy, was I confused there. So it's just this flip that I have to do, but like I say, I'm gonna go and have something to eat. So when I come back for another video, this will be done. I'll be working on the second signature. And yeah, hopefully that won't take as long, but you never know. Thanks for watching, you guys. Have a good day. Bye.